Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to our next math lesson. We're going to use related facts to add and subtract today. Just as a little side note, so you don't get all confused, we are skipping lesson 5 and going right to lesson 6. So, one of two things. You can try lesson 5 on your own, um, or you can just skip those pages, and that's fine too. So today, I would like you to make sure that you have ready your math textbook open to page 313. So when we're ready, you have it. A whiteboard and a marker for when we do some of our math warm up, a pencil and eraser, and your connecting cubes. So if you need those, pause now and go get the materials. All right, so let's begin with our essential question. And just this is something we finished with in December. What strategies can I use to subtract? As a little refresher and reminder, I'd like you to tell someone in your house, or if there's no one sitting with you, just say it out loud. What do you remember a strategy to be? Yep, ways to figure something out. So our strategies that were ways to figure out how we can subtract. Very good. Okay, so here is our problem of the day. They would like us to find the sum of 3 plus 4 and 4 plus 3. And then explain how you know the sum will be the same for both. And they then want you to justify your answer, which means show why your answer is that way. So that's where the counters come in. Use counters to justify your answer. So again, find the sum of 3 plus 4 and 4 plus 3 and get the counters ready and pause to solve it on your whiteboard now. Okay, so for your answer, okay, 3 plus 4, what did you get? If you said 7, very good. Now, 4 plus 3, 7. That's right. So here it says, even though the addends, remember numbers we put together are called addends, are the same, it does not matter in which order you add them. Okay, so here we go. Here is 3. Okay, 3 plus 4 is 7. Okay, now if I add 4 plus 3, I still get 7. Okay, still the same amount. Okay, good job. All right, so now our next practice will be, let's see, here we are. Okay, let's look at this. What are similarities in related addition and subtraction facts? Now remember, similarities are things that are kind of alike, okay? And we want to know how are they related with addition and subtraction facts. Well, let's look. 3 plus 6 equals 9. 9 minus 6 equals 3. I want you to look carefully at both that addition and subtraction number sentence. What are some things you notice? Well, since we're looking for similarities, let's look at what could be the same. Okay, well, let's see. I notice there's a 3 here. I notice there's a 3 here. Okay, here's a 6. Here's a 6. Here's a 9. And here's a 9. And they both have equal signs. Okay. So we notice that they have the same numbers, okay, in their math sentence. Okay. Now, Do they have the same, does it have the same symbol of operation? No, one is plus and one is minus. Very good. Okay, so that's the difference, but they do have the same numbers. All right, so that's why they're related, because they are using the same numbers. Okay, so now let's look at one for us to do on our own here. So they want a group of 5 objects and a group of 6 objects. Okay, now again, this is where you can use your connecting cubes and your whiteboard together with me to solve this. Okay, so here are my, let's move this out of the way. Okay. All right, so group of 5 objects. 1, move it up here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Look how I did that. I don't cover up the writing. And 6 objects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I'll wait a moment, or you pause if you have not put your counters out for yourself. Okay. Write the addition fact. Okay, so let's see, what add-ins do I have? Remember, numbers that you are adding together are called add-ins. Well, we already said we had 5 red. You should be writing this on your whiteboard, okay? 6 blue. What is the sum? Well, I'm going to use a tool that we've talked, a strategy that we've talked about in the past, where 6 is my bigger number, so that's in my head. I don't have to count it. I've already done that. There's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And my sum is 11. Now, there we go. They want us to use this addition number sentence to help write 2 related subtraction numbers, 2 related subtraction facts. Okay, so we know that subtraction sentences or facts always begin with what? That's right, the largest number. So our largest number here is 11. So I'm going to put that 11. All right, now we're going to pick one of the other groups to subtract from that. I'm going to start with the 5, which is the red. And I know that since it's a family and related, I'm not even going to count. I use the 11, I use the 5. My answer, the difference is 6. But just to be sure I did it correctly, 11 minus 5 equals 6. I am going to double check. For those of you who would like to double check, this is a good time to do it. I know I took the 5 away. I'm going to double check how many I have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that matches the difference. Now, they want us to do 2. Well, again, it's a subtraction number sentence or fact. So I'm going to begin with the 11. I've already subtracted 5 first. So now I'm going to subtract the blue, which is the number 6. And my difference should be, that's right, I heard some of you say it, 5, okay? So if you need to look this over before I move on, pause it, look it over, okay? And if you feel better, you can count, all right? All right, so let's move on to our next. Now this is where you are going to open your math book to page 313, 313. Pause if you did not have it open at the beginning and then come back. Okay, so there's a little math story with this, All right, and this is where you're going to need your counters. Okay, so they would like you to have 6 of one color because that's one group of players on one side. So for me, I'm going to take 6 and put them on one side of my net. I'm going to leave a little space because I want to be able to see my 6 players. Okay? And on the other side of the net, I should have 8. So, and you can lay these on your book if you like. Okay? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is where it gets a little funny with the computer. 8. It doesn't like, or not the program doesn't like to have the cubes too close to the bottom. Okay, so now I have 8. They would like us to take the numbers that they've given us, okay, the players, and they would like us to write an addition number sentence, okay? Notice they already have it laid out here for us to show the cubes, all right? So I would like you, using your players, to write the addition number sentence. Do that now. Want to know how many people are playing volleyball in all? All right. So let's see. Check your answer here. Well, there were 6 players on the left side of the net. So there's a 6. There are 8 players here. Okay. Now, 8's the larger number. That's in my head. And I know there's 8 because I counted it before. So 8, and now count on. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 is the total sum of volleyball players. Okay? Now, they would like us to write a related subtraction sentence that goes with this. So what's the total sum of players that we would begin with? Write that number down. Yep, 14. Okay. Now, you get to choose, because they didn't specify, you get to choose which number you subtract from the total. So complete your subtraction number sentence and then wait to see what the answer is. Okay, so if you subtracted 6 first, whoops, your difference would be 8. I'm going to write another one up here. If you chose to subtract the 8 first, your difference would be 6. Oops, here we go again with that silly, well, 6. All right, well, oh, there we go. That craziness of this program again. Okay, so that would be, doesn't want to change. All right, let's move on to the next. Turn the page, and you will see that you are on, oh my goodness, there we go. You are on See and Show. And they're basically reviewing and stating again what we've already discussed. Related facts use the same numbers. Remember, no stranger in the house. Related, like you're related to your mom and dad, okay? Related facts use the same numbers. These facts can help you add and subtract. For instance, find 11 minus 5. Now, the helpful hint says if you use 6 plus 5 equals 11, to find 11 minus 5 equals 6. Okay? So, here we go. 6 plus 5, you can trace over that answer. So, okay, 6 plus 5 equals 11. If you know that fact, then you will know that 11 minus 5 equals 6. Okay? All right, so here they have some related facts to add and subtract for you to do. Now, let's do some together. 7 plus 9 equals. Again, yes, some of you already have noticed down here it says 16. So you could just write 16 right there, okay? Or you could use your cubes and have 7, stuck together. You could have your 7 cubes here and your, I'm sorry, let's say, 7 cubes and then 9 here, okay? And 9 is the bigger one, so I'm not going to count that again. I know there's 9 here. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so there's your sum. Now they want you to find 16 minus 7. Yep, because they have it there, you know that it is 9. Okay, so yes, you can look here to see. All right, notice there is a 5 here and a 5 here. Okay, 5 plus 8 equals 13. Now, until you're sure with your facts, I would encourage you to check your answers with the cubes, okay? And just to be sure, okay? All right, so I would like you to pause the video now and complete number 3 and 4, and then you can come back to check your answers. Pause now. Okay, here you go. You can check 3 and 4. All right, so let's look at this. Are the facts 1 plus 5 equals 6 and 6 minus 1 equals 5 related? Say the answer out loud. Tell your adult. How do you know? That's right. The first fact, the addition, has numbers 1, 5, and 6. And the subtraction has a 1, a 5, and a 6. So they do all have, they are the same group of numbers. Good job. All right, so boys and girls, on your own, I would like you to solve, all right, page 315. I will show this to you, and you can pause, complete the page, and then check your answers. Pause now. Okay, answers, check them, pause it and check. All right, complete, pause, and check. All right, checking, pause. And the last group, complete it. Now this one, look at this before you pause me. Subtract. Write an addition fact to check your subtraction. So after you do this, be sure to be very careful what numbers you put in the add-in spot and then what you put in your sum. Pause and solve now. And here are your answers to check. Notice the 7, and then they took the 9 and the 7, added them, made them the add-ins, and got your sum. Pause to check the rest of your answers. All right, for problem solving on the last page of this lesson, it says write a subtraction number sentence, then write a related addition fact. Bailey sees 15 birds sitting on a rock. 7 of the birds fly away. How many birds are still on the rock?
15 birds, 7 fly away. Away means subtract. How many are left? And after you've solved the subtraction, write an addition number sentence that is related. Pause and solve. Okay. 15 minus 7, you need to subtract the 7 because that's what flew away, and the 8 are still on the rock. They took the 2 add-ins, and the sum is 15. Number 16. Andre collects 10 shells. He loses 6 of them. How many shells does Andre have left? All right, pause and solve. All right, he had 10, he loses 6, he had 4 left. And there is the related addition fact. All right, how can related facts help you add and subtract? Well, let's think about it. What is one thing that related addition and subtraction number sentences have in common? Why are they related? Let's think about that. What did we notice in every addition and subtraction fact? What were they? That's right. They use the same numbers, all right? So it is easier to solve, or let's put it is easier to add and subtract. We won't put solve. All right. That's right. They're related because they use the same numbers. So if you remember, if you know one, it can help you solve the other. All right, boys and girls, great job. If by some chance you needed to correct anything, that's perfectly okay. If you would like extra practice, you can always do the homework page. It's always a good thing to help practice your math facts and work your math muscle in your brain. All right, so great job, and I'll talk to you soon.